Check it out. We have 2 brand new avatars here that are part of the standard avatars. However, they're special. I'm going to share about them right now. Hey, welcome. I'm LeilaFox. Today we are going to be on test server, and I am going to be showing off 2 brand new champions that are going to be added to the game. Now, these 2 champs are actually based off of Ukrainian folklore, so they're very, very special to the people at Plarium. And like I just showed you guys, they're going to have avatars in the game as well. So we have Marichka, the Unbreakable, and Taras, the Fierce. Now, again, there is very special things about them as far as their looks and as far as their abilities go. So for Marichka, the Unbreakable, she symbolizes rich culture, freedom, and independence. Each of her jewelry, armor, and weapons has an authentic element to it. I mean, look at her helmet and that gorgeous, gorgeous headpiece. It's decorated with metal flowers, making it look just like a wreath, and it's a traditional Ukrainian headwear, which I think is really, really cool. They say you can find different variations of it. It's called a trident. It's the main element of the coat of arms of the Ukrainian, even the one in the form of a falcon engraved on her pauldrons and some jewelry. So we do have the falcons right here on her shoulders and some of her jewelry as well. She has a lot of traditional floral ornaments, an adaptation of the Vishvadka, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, which is a traditional piece of garment embroidered with authentic patterns on its sleeves, which is going to be right here. And the whole ensemble is complemented with a korali, which is the red coral necklace that we see that she has here, a traditional Ukrainian piece of jewelry that's considered a protection amulet. So all of her animations too have a bit of fire because the falcon is made of fire, which is a traditional embroidered element on the floor, as well as flower petals and a word Volia, freedom encrypted, when she uses one of her abilities. So she looks gorgeous. And talking about these abilities is we do see a falcon here on her A1. So for this ability here, it's called United We Triumph. She attacks an enemy and one random ally will team up and join the attack. The ally joining the attack always uses their default skill. If Taras is on the same team, they will always be the one to join this attack. And like I said, Taras is the other special Ukrainian champion that was added. We'll go over him in a moment. A2 is called Font of Tenacity. Fully restores any allies decrease max HP, then heals allies by 40% of this champion's max HP. So sounds like could be useful up against the new Sand Devil, right? She also places a shield and protect strength buff on all allies. A3 is called Nurtured Friendship. Removes all debuffs from allies, fills the turn meter of each ally by an extra 5% for each debuff removed. Increases resistance of allies for each debuff removed as well, and gets an extra turn if 5 or more debuffs were removed. Her passive is called Giving All. Revives all dead allies with 50% HP and a turn meter whenever she is killed. Now her active passive is places a block damage on all allies whenever an ally receives a bomb, poison, or HP burn. And her aura is going to be increases ally speed in all battles by 24%. So she takes 3, 6, 7, 8. Looks like she takes 10 books. Not bad. They've been doing much better as far as the amount of books that are taken. But I gotta say, I love her design. And they thought so hard and put so much detail into this. I even love her fluid motions with her swords as well too. Just gorgeous. And you guys do see this right. She's a Void legendary support. So again, being a Void, she most likely is going to be a difficult champion to get. But she is gorgeous. I have to say, I love the addition of Marichka. Now let's check out Taras. So Taras the Fierce. Again, like we were just saying, he's going to be the second champ that is this special Ukrainian folklore champ that was added, and also is going to be a companion champ to Marichka. So he's a depiction of a brave Cossack. He also has several traditional elements on his armor and on his clothing, like a horn on his belt that we see over here, and a saber as his weapon. Look at that glowing saber, that looks really cool. It's rather a mix and a fully authentic Cossack weapon, but it still has a traditional feel to it. His cuirass is made of metal with embroidered elements engraved on it, as well as his pauldrons, like we see here as well. Each piece is made in traditional color palette with lots of red and dark green. Another significant detail is his red pants. So we'll see the red pants here. It's a traditional piece of the male garments, and his animations have elements of fire, just like Marichka. Look at that, he pulls out. Look at this. Look at this animation here, we haven't seen this. He actually leans back and he's playing a weapon. He's actually playing a musical instrument too. That is really neat. And the barrel disappeared. That is cool. What a fun animation they did. That's really, really fun. He's the first champion to raid with his own music in the index. And it's not a random tune. This is called Shervan Kanya, which is Red Vibranium. It's a song associated with aspiration for independence, so as Ukrainian patriotic march back in the 1870s. It got its modern shape later in 1914 and was written in honor and memory of Sich riflemen. Recently, the song united Ukrainians once again. As you guys know, there is the war going on still. So here is going to be Taras. What fun though. They did such a nice job adding these champs into the game. So let's check out his abilities. A1 is called Shatter Upon Us. He hits twice as a chance of decreased attack, and each crit fills the turn meter of all allies. A2 is Hero's Intercession. Places a stun. Deals double damage to enemies whose attack is equal to or higher than his. Now his passive works with Marichka is whenever an enemy attacks Marichka, attack that enemy using this skill. Constant Pressure, it's an AoE. Damage increased by 15% for each buff on allies, then increases the duration of all ally buffs by a turn. Heals by 5% for each buff that has duration increased. It restores decreased max HP equal to the amount of any surplus heal. So it's interesting that they have these mechanics to heal the champ and restoring decreased max HP, considering we had the Sand Devil that just came into the game and basically decreases your max HP. And his passive is called Fierce Battler. When attacked, decreases the enemy's attack by 10% up to 50% or 25% against bosses. Occurs once per skill, and the attack reduction resets after each round. And the active is places a fear on all enemies from Orc, Ogryn, Undead, and Demon at the beginning of each round. So I'm really curious to see if there's some lore tied into this for why it's going to be those factions. And he has another passive too, which is called Poise. All incoming damage from skills is reduced by half. When attacked, this champion's max HP will decrease by 25% of the attack's initial damage before the damage reduction. And his auras increases ally crit in all battles by 24%. So I would love to know what you guys think of these two new champions. You are going to see Taras is also going to be a Void Legendary. So again, Taras and Marichka most likely are both going to be difficult to get, considering they're both Void champs. But I would love to know what you think. I think it's such a nice thing that they took time to add in these Ukrainian-inspired champs to show solidarity and support for what's happening, and that they have avatars as well. You know what I mean? And they really put so much thought into it. Just like this again, this animation that we're seeing. This is the first for something fun and different like this in the game. And like I said, I'm amazed at how beautiful Marichka's headpiece is. Like they nailed it with the details. Raid is so good with this. Guys, leave me some comments down below on what you think of these two new champs. Are you excited to try to get them? And hopefully the two new avatars to them should be easy to get as well. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, check out some more videos up here in the playlist in the top right.